After studying this module, we shall be able to describe the concept of pricing policy, understand various pricing policies, know what are pricing strategies, learn what is discount pricing, analyze rebates.
Hello students, let us study something about pricing policy. As students of commerce, you would appreciate the fact that whenever you have to acquire anything, you have to pay something for it. And what you pay for it is what we call as price. Price has to be optimum because if the price is too high, then probably the customers may not purchase the product. And if the price is kept too low, then also people may not purchase your product and you would also be losing a major part of your revenue. So firms have to decide upon the pricing strategy very carefully. Pricing strategy in marketing refers to the method of identifying the optimum price for a product. All companies, large or small, base the price of a product and service on the basis of the cost that they incur for production, labor, promotion, transportation, etc. And then they add up their own markups and then finally decide upon the price. However, striking a right kind of a balance between the price along with other strategies and other elements of the marketing mix. Marketing mix, as you would recall, is product, price, place and promotion, is very, very important. A lot of factors such as market demand, product characteristics, competition, economic factors, etc. influence the pricing. And in today's lecture, we are basically going to study how pricing fits as an element of marketing mix and how firms can use pricing for enhancing their profits as well as enhancing their market share. The pricing strategy tends to be a very important component of the marketing mix. It has got a twin effect upon the marketing of a firm. Firstly, it contributes to generating the revenue for the firm and contributes to the profit. Besides this, price also is a major influence in the consumer purchase decision making. Depending upon their overall marketing strategy, there are different pricing strategies which the firms can follow. For example, the penetration pricing, the price skimming, the discount pricing, product life cycle pricing, and even competitive pricing. Let us now try to study each of these pricing strategies separately and also focus upon the new product pricing strategies. The pricing strategy for developing a new product, for example, when a firm launches a product into the market for the first time, is based upon the overall objectives of the firm. Every firm would have a corporate strategy. For instance, what they want to be, what they want to do into the marketplace. And according to the vision which a firm has, they ultimately decide upon what should be the pricing strategy when they are coming up into the market with a new product. The strategies can be something like maximizing profit margin or maximizing market share, or it can be any other strategy depending upon what the firm thinks for itself. The most popular pricing strategies followed by the companies is called as market skimming price. Pricing is one of the most important elements of the market mix because it generates the revenue for the organization. All other elements of the marketing mix basically contribute to the expenditure. However, pricing is the only one which generates the revenue for the firm. Price must be the one which is supportive of the other elements of marketing mix and must reflect the demand and supply relationship. The pricing strategy is one of the most crucial components of the marketing mix, and firms can have different pricing strategies which they can follow. For example, the penetration pricing, the price skimming, the discount pricing, the product life cycle pricing, and even competitive pricing.
We shall now move on to common pricing policies. One of the most important and crucial decisions that a marketing manager must make is to select a pricing policy. There are two pricing policies that are commonly used by almost all companies. These are 1. One price policy, and 2. Flexible price policy. In one price policy, the company offers the same price to all customers who purchase products under the same conditions and in the same quantities. Most companies use a one price policy because it makes pricing easier and customers like it. However, companies that hold on to a rigid one price policy also face the risk of being undercut by their competitors. A company using the flexible price policy offers the same product and quantities to different customers at different prices. For example, grocery stores might give special discount offers to its frequent shoppers. Flexible pricing has become easier because companies now have access to databases that keep track of different price scales. Flexible pricing is typically used in channel sales, in direct sales of business products, for luxury retail items, and for homogeneous shopping products. An advantage of flexible pricing is that the salesperson can make on the spot adjustments depending on his or her relationship with the customer and the strength of competition. A disadvantage of flexible pricing is that it can reduce profits if taken to an extreme. We shall now throw some light on pricing strategies. Pricing is one of the four elements of the marketing mix, along with the other elements: product, place, and promotion. Pricing strategy is important for companies as it helps in achieving success by finding the price point at which they can maximize sales and profits. Depending on the unique marketing goals and objectives, companies may use different pricing strategies. These pricing strategies have been classified into three categories. 1. New product pricing strategies. 2. Product mix pricing strategies. And 3. Price adjustment strategies.
After studying about the pricing strategies, let us focus upon the new product pricing strategies. For example, when a firm launches a new product into the market, then they have to decide upon the pricing very carefully. The reason being that the success or failure of a new product will be highly dependent upon the pricing strategy that a firm is going to follow. The pricing for new product will be according to the corporate strategy which a firm will opt for itself. Every firm has a vision for itself of what it wants to be into the market, whether it wants to maximize the profit share or maximize the market share or any other major corporate objective which the vision is basically translating itself into the marketplace. Accordingly, the firms can decide upon their pricing strategy for the new product. One of the most popular pricing strategies which is followed by the firms to achieve their marketing objectives are the skimming pricing and penetration pricing. Let us study price skimming first. I'm sure all of us want to have an iPhone. We all know what's the cost of an iPhone. Obviously, it's not within the reach of everybody. It's more than 50,000-60,000 rupees. And why iPhone is not coming up with a product which has got a lesser price? Simple reason is iPhone really doesn't want to get into the competitive scenario which the mobile phone industry is having around itself. iPhone wants to remain aloof, wants to remain with the upper crust of the society, wants to remain with the skim. You know what is a skim? Skim is the upper portion of the milk which is rich in cream. So iPhone basically is following the market skimming policy in which it is introducing an innovative product. You know, iPhone was one of the pioneers in the touchscreen smartphones, and as a result of it, they wanted to maintain their exclusivity and they really did not come up into any kind of the competitive scenario within the mobile phone industry. The people who purchase an iPhone are not very price sensitive. Whatever be the price of iPhone, they are going to buy it ultimately. And basically, they try to reflect the product with its brand, with its price, with its quality, and its ability to satisfy the needs in comparison to the characteristics of the substitutes. Initially, the price of a new product is kept high, and it is so high that it embeds the cost of production, the cost of advertising, and also contributes to the excessive cost which the firms have incurred in developing the new product in terms of research and development. Once the product stabilizes into the market, the firms may come up with a reduced price so that they can reach up to the wider markets. The stripped down versions, the lower versions of firms, or the newer versions of the firms remain with the market skimming policy. Rest of them come into the overall price sensitive market segments. The other alternative is the penetration pricing. So let's study another very interesting product, Micromax phones or carbon phones or Xiaomi phones. Now these phones do not follow the strategy which iPhone follows. These phones follow what is known as the penetration policy. A penetration pricing strategy is basically to capture the market share by entering the market with a low price relative to the competition and hence attract large number of buyers. I hope you remember the advertising campaign when Reliance phones were launched for the first time in the country, and the call rate which Reliance offered was the one which really stunned the whole market, and as a result within a very short span of time it became a very popular product. Here the firms, when they introduce a new product, they believe that let us go fast and gain a large market share quickly so that the volumes contribute to their profits. Instead of maintaining an exclusivity, they say let's get into the hands of every customer, and hence we come up as an alternative and as a formidable product which probably the competitors cannot come up. Even though penetration policy may initially cause some loss to the company, in long run, the penetration policy can help in generating the profit volumes. Further, because of their access to large number of people, there is a lot of word of mouth kind of a publicity which the firms can generate as a result of the pricing, as a result of low pricing policy. Similarly, they become available to every customer and they create a lot of awareness in the mid segment product categories.
Let us move on to our next topic, product mix pricing strategies. In pricing for a product mix, the company is seeking a set of prices that will allow it the most profit potential from selling a mix of products. There are five basic product mix pricing strategies, including product line pricing, optional product pricing, captive product pricing, by-product pricing, and product bundle pricing. We shall now study each of these strategies in detail. We will commence with product line pricing. This is a strategy that retailers use while pricing different products at one specific price point. These products are of different level of quality or have different features. A company uses product line pricing to separate market offerings by price gaps between categories. The price gaps are used to alert interested buyers to real or perceived differences in the quality of offerings. Retailers use this approach to separate goods into cost categories as well, so that customers can see the distinctions in the levels of the quality of merchandise. This strategy is also often used by the retailers to predict their profits and market based on choice of products by the consumers. Optional product pricing. This method allows a company to set a low price for its most basic product or service while offering desirable or needed add-on accessories or services that are costly. This method allows the company additional ways to profit. Companies or industries using optional product pricing include airlines and cell phone companies. For example, airlines will charge for optional extras, such as guaranteeing a window seat or charging extra for additional luggage or extra legroom. Captive product pricing. Captive product pricing method is used by companies that market their own supplies for a main product when the main product is sold separately. Using this method, the company will usually set prices low for the main product but will have high markups on the supplies needed for using it. For example, makers of computer printers use this method by offering printers at relatively low prices, with printer ink cartridges being offered at substantial prices. In the case of services, the captive pricing method is called two-part pricing. Part 1 is a fixed fee for a basic service, for example, photocopy machine. Part 2 of the service is a variable usage rate, for instance, number of copies made. Byproduct pricing. Byproduct pricing refers to the products with little or no value which are produced as a result of the main product. Producers will seek little or no profit other than the cost to cover storage and delivery. Some examples of profit-making byproducts include whey from cheese manufacturing and asphalt from the refining of crude oil. Product bundle pricing. This method uses the bundling of several products which are offered for sale as a combined unit. Instead of a consumer having to purchase each item separately, these items are packaged together and priced as one item. This is usually at a discount than what it would have been priced at when purchasing each item separately. This method allows marketers to include in a bundle some items that alone or separately might not be as popular with consumers as other items in the bundle. Price adjustment strategies. Many organizations usually adjust their basic prices considering the differences among the customers and rapidly changing environment. Discount and allowance pricing. Most companies adjust their basic price to reward customers for certain responses, such as early payment of bills, volume purchases, and off-season buying. These price adjustments, called discounts and allowances, can take many forms such as cash discount, quantity discount, functional discount, seasonal discount, or allowances. Discount is a reduction in the price by the company on the purchase of its product, while allowance is the promotional money paid by the company to the retailer as per their agreement to feature or promote the company's product in some way. Segmented pricing. Companies use segmented pricing to charge different prices to buyers on the basis of differences in customers, products, and places. Some of the major forms of price fixing are targeted customer segments, the shape of the product price, location, etc. Under segmented pricing, firms charge different prices to different customers. The company sells a product or service at two or more prices, even though the difference in prices is not based on differences in costs. The variation of the seat charges in a cinema hall is an example of segmented pricing. Psychological pricing. Sometimes customers judge the quality of the commodity on its price and take a higher price as a sign of good quality. At times, customers do not even have information on the actual prices of products and they judge the quality of the product by its price. This type of behavior requires sellers to increase prices of their products despite the fact that real prices are low. Price says something about the product. A rupees 1000 bottle of perfume may contain actually only rupees 300 worth of scent, but some people are willing to pay the rupees 1000 because this price indicates that the product is something special. In using psychological pricing, sellers consider the psychology of prices and not simply the economics. Another aspect of psychological pricing is reference pricing. It is the price that customers carry in their minds and refer to when looking at a given product.
We have recently had a very long festival season. First of all, we had Diwali, and then after that, we had Christmas, and then New Year, and then after that, a lot of new festivals are going to come up in the queue. And whenever festivals come, and when we go into the markets, we come across very big banners around us. You go to any mall, you will find there will be large billboards which will be showing up to 70% off. Now, what is this? This is basically promotional pricing. Many companies try to promote the products by temporarily lowering the price of a product below the list price and sometimes even below the cost. Promotional pricing can have different forms. It's basically a bait to lure the customers into the place where they are selling the products. Supermarkets and departmental stores. Usually they come up with this type of a policy. You will find a billboard which will say up to 70% off. And when you see this billboard, you will go there believing that probably this discount is for all the products. The products which will be having this heavy discount, they would be the one which will be very few in number or would be the one which may not be very popular. And the products which ultimately are differentials which are a good offer, they usually be priced according to the overall firm's marketing pricing strategies. Promotional pricing can have several forms. For example, the sellers can use a special event pricing. They can be sales, they can be discounts for very specific seasons, very specific occasions. Manufacturers will sometimes also offer cash rebates to the consumers who buy the product from the dealer within a specified period of time. For example, if you have an app of Flipkart on your smartphone, you will always find there is a deal for one day. Now, for that single day, they will be promoting the product, and for that day, they will be offering the product at a low price. Some of the manufacturers also offer low interest financing schemes, would offer longer warranties or free maintenance periods so that the consumer's overall price is reduced. Usually, this is becoming very popular in the automobile industry where you can have extended warranty, where you can have lower EMIs, or where the EMIs might start after a particular period. Similarly, real estate industries, whenever they come up with any kind of a new product coming into this, they might start the EMIs after the possession is given. Now, all these are basically promotional strategies which are helping the consumer to reduce their overall cost. The sellers offer these discounts for the normal prices with the idea of generating the sales and reducing the inventories. Usually, when the winter season is about to end, you will find the products which are used in winter, they are available at a discounted price. The simple reason is firms know that when the next season comes, they are going to have problems in disposing of this stock which might have become out of fashion. So it's better that it may be converted into cash and be offered to the consumers at a discount. Sometimes you find that a firm is offering a discount for all the 12 months and you believe that this discount is not offering you any extra benefit. So you may not be very interested to go and purchase the product from that firm. So promotional pricing is not all that good. It can have some problems as well, as it can spoil the image of a firm. And also, the major problem with the promotional pricing is that your competitor can easily do what you are doing. It leads to price wars amongst the organizations and helps in reducing the profitability of overall industry.
Geographic pricing. Companies also charge different prices from customers who live in different parts of the country or the world. If customers are living in remote areas, companies have to charge higher prices to cover the cost of delivery, but this will result in the loss of customers to competitors. Therefore, it becomes difficult for the company to apply a uniform price across the country, and it sets prices according to the geographical conditions in which the customers live.
Another pricing strategy which the firms can follow is the geographic pricing. Geographic pricing includes FOB origin pricing, which means that goods are delivered to the carrier and the title and the responsibility passes on to the consumer. For example, if I am purchasing something from a factory, then the price which the manufacturer is going to give me will be the X factory price, and I'll be responsible for carrying it back to the place of consumption. Second type of policy is the uniform delivered pricing policy, in which the firms they charge the same price to all the consumers. Let us take an example. For example, we have a car. It has to be sold in Haryana, in Punjab, in Himachal and Uttar Pradesh, parts of upper regions of Uttar Pradesh. Now, you see, in Haryana, they would optimize upon what is the average price, what is the average cost which they are incurring for delivery, freight, etc. And they would decide upon one price which will be applicable throughout Haryana. Similarly, they will have a separate price for Punjab. They will have a separate price for Himachal Pradesh. Petroleum industry is the one which follows this kind of a pricing policy. Third type of a pricing policy is the zone pricing policy, in which the firms they set up two or more zones of the areas, and the consumers within a given zone pay the same price, almost similar to the one which we have studied right now. Another pricing policy is the basing point policy. In this policy, a seller selects a given city as a base point and charges all the customers the freight associated from that city to the customer location, regardless of the city from where the goods are actually shipped. For instance, within an area, say a particular state, they would have a city which is almost equidistant to rest of the regions within the state. So they will take that city as a base, and then they will decide upon the price for the areas around it. In this geographic pricing, another method which the firms use is the freight absorption policy, in which the freight becomes a part of the price and the seller absorbs all the parts of the freight, and hence attracts more customers to their products.
Dynamic pricing. Dynamic pricing is when the prices are adjusted continually to meet the characteristics and needs of the individual customers and situations. This method can also be used when the customers of the organization are from both rural as well as urban areas. International pricing. Many organizations operate in the international market, and due to this, they have to decide what prices to charge in the different countries in which they operate. In some cases, a company can set a uniform worldwide price. Discount pricing. A discount is a reduction from the list price given by the seller to the buyer. Buyers who use discounts usually give up some part of the marketing mix included in the list price, such as service. Companies use discount pricing as part of product promotions, which is generally used for increasing traffic and attracting new customers. Different types of discounts are given to the customers. Seasonal discounts. Discounts that encourage buyers to buy earlier than present demand requires are known as seasonal discounts. For example, many beach resorts may offer summer holiday discounts. Cash discounts. Cash discounts are offered to customers to encourage them to pay their bills before a specified date or time. Promotional discounts. Promotional discounts are temporary in nature and are given to customers to boost up sales for a short period only. Trade discount. Trade discount is given to the members of distribution channels to motivate them for performing their roles. For example, trade discounts may be given to a trader who might not purchase goods in bulk but performs the important retail function. Purpose of discounts. There are various reasons for which discounts are given to customers. Some of these can be enumerated as follows: to increase short term sales, to reward valuable customers, to move or liquidate the obsolete or dead stock, to encourage distribution channel members to perform specific functions, and at times, some discounts are used as promotional tools. Rebates. Rebates are used by marketers to increase sales and promote consumer loyalty. The basic goal behind giving rebate includes encouraging repeat purchase, increasing product awareness, getting consumers to try a new product, moving overstocked inventory, targeting specific markets, softening the blow of price increases, launching a new marketing campaign, trading consumers up, and responding to competitive pressure. Rebate programs motivate consumers to buy a brand or product over the competition. Some benefits of giving rebates are as follows. It would help in attracting new customers. It would make selling products at different price points possible. It would be easier to collect customer and product sales data, and it helps in providing both online and mail in services to target diverse markets. It measures success with real time reporting. It enhances marketing efficacy by rewarding participants quickly. It leads to reduction in administrative costs and burden. It helps to monitor multiple sales and marketing programs, and it helps in offering other products or services in lieu of cash to reduce the cash cost of the rebate. Rebate programs often use coupons as a redemption vehicle, but they add a twist to the usual coupon deal. In exchange for fulfilling certain requirements, consumers get cash back from the issuing company. However, instant rebates are becoming common. Here, the consumer gets cash from the retailer. In some cases, notably the auto industry, the money is used to subsidize the initial purchase. Rebates also suffer from some disadvantages. Many consumers are of the opinion that the manufacturers should offer a more fair reduction in price. If by chance the consumer skips an expiration date or forgets to keep the sales receipt, then he cannot take advantage of the offer. In addition, some consumers also complain that they do not receive their reward coupons.
So, students, now let us recapitulate what we have just learned in this module. We have learned the pricing strategy, which is one of the most critical components of the marketing mix and is focused on generating revenues for the firms and contributes to the profit of the firm. The commonly used pricing policies include one price policy and flexible pricing policy. Pricing strategy is important for the firms as it helps in achieving success by finding the price which helps in maximizing their sales as well as the profits. The pricing strategies have been classified into three categories. First is the new product pricing strategies, the product mix pricing strategies, and price adjustment strategies. The discount pricing and rebates are used by the marketers to increase the sales and promote customer loyalty. So I would sum up that next time when you go into the markets and you look at the billboards around you or where you're into the malls and you find the products and the prices which are being offered, just try to peep into what strategy the firms are following and try to relate it with what you have recently studied in this module.